Welcome back to the College Football Kickoff Show, the Campus Kickoff, with your host, Jlos Week 10.
What's going on, college football lovers? Welcome back to the Campus Kickoff Week 10. Already we're on Week 10. It's been such a fun time going over the last few weeks, breaking down the Jlos Jolts, Gator Bites. I amped up. I'm ready to go. I'll be right back soon.
We'll put it like that.
Nice.
What's it like? I was actually there in attendance in Cleveland for Coe's first career NFL touchdown, which was awesome. And,
Awesome.
It was a great game. You could hear me on camera. I was just screaming, "Say it ain't so, Coe! Say it ain't so!" Sadly, from there, the game kind of went off the rails a little. That was the last high moment of that game, but it was a great game. Overtime loss, fun time.
Yeah.
But how was that moment for you? Seeing the first, whether it was on TV, in person, wherever you were, seeing his first NFL touchdown. How was that?
Well, dude, I mean, we were at home because it was a away game. We don't travel to a lot of the away games because we can get into that later. But, to watch that and to think I wished I was there live. So to have your video was so cool. And just say, this is so cool. I mean, that was so cool for us. Catching it from Tom Brady, right? Like he's got the ball yet. I mean, first NFL touchdown means a lot, right? I mean, as a dad, that's just so cool to see. And it was fun to watch. And, it didn't have the outcome we wanted, but still the same. What a memory! What a memory to have, right? So,
and honestly,
cool.
those. One of the best guests ever, the Buccateers in the house. You guys hear him on Tampa radio all the time. He's one of the best in the business. My favorite personal in the business. That's why I'm elated tonight. Growing up in the Chicago area, you're used to sports radio. That's what gets me through the day. So this man does help get me through the day, I will say, with the Pat and Aaron show at work. Nothing like it. So it's incredible. It looks like we got Stunna bumbling in. I'm Tampa Tones. We are joined by lead goon tonight, host of the Pat and Aaron show of WDAE, Pat Donovan. And it sounds like Stunna is bumbling a little bit. Going to put him on mute for a second until that gets a little cleared. But we're joined by Pat Donovan.
It looks like Stunna's hanging out with Cheech and Chong in a car with the windows up or something over there.
It does look like he got a little...
No, my camera's broke.
And he was trying to pull me in big time. And then I was like, nothing happened with Indianapolis yet. Like, I really want to give Indy a chance. And then also I talked to Cody Gruden, once he took over Richmond Cannon, still like, well, look, I was like, y'all just give me the opportunity to explore free agency, see what's going on, and then can I make us do it?
All right, everyone, you are tuned into the Buccateers at wide receiver, Kalen Geiger, and we are about to have a great pod. This is the Buccateers. You're tapped in, and here we go.
Welcome back to Week 10 Campus Kickoff with your host, Jlo.
Once again, Jlo from Buccateers. I'm back to go over some Jlos Jolts, Gator Bites, lots of update. We're coaching search and all that fun stuff. Rivalry week. I mean, it's just going by so fast, yo. So I'm ready to get it going for Week 10. Let's go.
Jlos Jolts Weeknight Review, Tuesday, James Madison at Texas State.
Wow, what a game. James Madison 6-1, looking like they're going to go 7-1. They're running away right now, 42-20 over Texas Tech. Nick DeGennaro, 3 receptions, over 100 yards, 2 tutties. He got a 76-yard bomb earlier in the third quarter. Dude's a stud. I'm enjoying the game very much. And, hey, James Madison, they're pulling away. Let's go.
Wednesday night, Anthony Gator and co. FIU at Missouri State.
FIU, got to get it going. They've been on the slump a little bit. They're on the road. Missouri State, I feel this is a very winnable game. I like FIU on the road. Kajon Owen at running back. I think he's going to carry the ball well to get FIU a victory and get back on the winning trail.
Thursday night of Jlos Jolts, Marshall at Coastal Carolina.
We got Marshall at Coastal Carolina. Marshall, I think, is the better team. Coastal Carolina, being at home, I give them some advantage. But I like Marshall to run away with it. Be on the lookout for DeMarcus Lacey, wide receiver. He's doing really well for them. Their leading receiver of the season. I think he's going to have a big night come that game.
Friday night, the GOAT Bill Belichick takes on Syracuse in Syracuse.
The GOAT Bill Belichick, college football coach, not so much this year. He's having a rough year. I'm not sure if he's going to be back next year, which I think he will. I'm not going to pick on the man too much. You know, first year in college sports for him, especially college football-wise. But I think Syracuse is going to be a little too much at home for UNC. Give me Syracuse at home. Be on the lookout for Kayvon Djibouti Jr., defensive lineman. I think he's going to give a lot of problems to whoever that quarterback for UNC come that game.
An absolutely loaded Saturday slate kicks things off with Vanderbilt at Texas.
Vandy's been on a hot streak, man. They're looking so well. They're playing, just winning football games. But being on the road at Texas, I know Texas hasn't had the year we all thought they would have. They definitely don't look as good. I feel Arch Manning needs another year before he even thinks about the NFL draft, which I'll talk about another time. But I like Texas at home in a close one. Carlin Simmons at linebacker, leader in the stats, 7.5 stats. I think he's going to give Diego Paviev a hard time, trying to get the ball going. So give me Texas at home over Vandy.
A brewing rivalry, Miami at SMU.
That was my bird's eye view last week from the campus kickoff. And I'm telling you right now, SMU is not a team to look past, especially at being at home. Miami's very vulnerable right now. Carson Beck had just a terrible game last week, looking like what he was at Georgia, not good at all. So do I think he's going to rebound, go SMU, and give Miami a victory? Nah, not happening. SMU at home, and be on the lookout for Terry Webb at D-tackle, 5.5 stats. He's going to be all up in Carson Beck's ass.
Under the radar game of the day, New Mexico at UNLV, our friends, the Rebels.
Yep, go Rebels, the Fighting Dan Mullins. They're off to a fire start, 6-1. New Mexico is going to be a good little challenge for them at home. But I will say, give me UNLV at home. Jaden Thomas at running back is going to have a hell of a game. I like him to run the ball well, have a hell of a night. Give me the Rebels, the Fighting Dan Mullins. Let's go.
Oklahoma travels to Tennessee.
Oklahoma, they had a very tough loss last week against, Ole Miss. They played somewhat of a good game, but not going to cut it. You can have a good defense, sprint Venables, but you got to win football games in the SEC. This is pretty much an elimination game for the playoffs between these two teams. And I will say Tennessee is going to crush their hopes. Give me the Volunteers at home. Chris Braswell II, I think he's going to have a heck of a game. I think he's going to go off on Oklahoma. Tennessee at home is tough to beat at home. Give me Tennessee.
J-Lo's Nightcap Jolt to round out Saturday. Cincinnati at Utah.
Utah's been a fun team to watch. I've liked Utah most of the year. I think they're a very interesting team. Cincinnati ranked, very underrated. But going into Utah's house, do I see them pulling it off? Nah. I think Utah will get a big win at home. Look out for John Henry Daly, defensive end, really one of the top edge rushers or defensive linemen. 9.5 sacks already. This guy's going to be a stud when he goes to the next level, and I like him a lot to give Utah and help their defense just pound Cincinnati. Give me the Utah Utes at home. Let's go.
Now it's time to get those hands dirty and dive into the swamp of Florida Gators football with your host J-Lo and Gator Bites.
First of all, it's rivalry week. Napier's gone. His bullshit play calling out the window. Now we got a new play caller in there against the Georgia Bulldogs. I don't care who's our head coach. It is rivalry week. It changes the whole entire game. Do I fear Georgia? No. because they are not scary. They're not the team they once was. Florida's going to go in there fired up, want to go in there and just smack Georgia around, give them the game we deserve. We had them last year until we lost our quarterback Lagway, but it's going to be a different case this year because Florida is motivated to go out there and ball out and just smack around Georgia. And you see them get more confident now because Napier's at the door. Now we can get rid of that Pop Warner coaching crap out of here. Now we got a new play caller. Lagway, you got to ball out, dog. You got to get your reads right. Don't be throwing the interceptions. Just manage the drive, get some points. The defense will do their job to keep Georgia out of the end zone for most of the game. So I think we're going to win. I think they're going to win. I say yes. I think Florida's going to just finally beat Georgia, beat Kirby Smart and his little cocky ass thinking that he's got the top team in the nation, which he doesn't. So, hey, Gator fans, come next week. We get the win. I'll be more bricked up like I am right now. And that is your Gator Bites. Go Gators.
It's time to tiptoe the line into Week 11 with the bird's eye view and Jlo.
The bird's eye view, we got a really interesting team who's undefeated by the name of Navy going to Notre Dame in their house. Notre Dame at 5-2, but they've been playing really good football. And this is pretty much an elimination game type of game. Notre Dame cannot drop this one. And Navy sure as hell cannot drop this one. Navy's got to stay undefeated if they're going to have any shot at the college football playoffs, which I'll break down next week on the Campus Kickoff Week 11.
It's time to close things out and get on those wrestling suits and do the finisher with your host, Jlo, for Week 10.
The finisher. I'm amped up. I'm excited for this week. I mean, like I mentioned on Gator Bites, I'm excited for the Florida-Georgia game. I think it's going to be a great game for the most part. We got a great lineup, and don't look past some of these underrated teams. They can make a difference. But at the same time, we still got a lot of football left. Just keep getting bricked up. Thank you for tuning in. This is your boy, Jlo from Bucketeers. Have a good night. Sayonara.
Bro, we'll put it like that.
Nice.
What's it like? I was actually there in attendance in Cleveland for Coe's first career NFL touchdown, which was awesome. And,
Awesome.
it was a great game. You could hear me on camera. I was just screaming, "Say it ain't so, Coe! Say it ain't so!" Sadly, from there, the game kind of went off the rails a little. That was the last high moment of that game, but it was a great game. Overtime loss, fun time.
Yeah.
But how was that moment for you? Seeing the first, whether it was on TV, in person, wherever you were, seeing his first NFL touchdown. How was that?
Well, dude, I mean, we were at home because it was a away game. We don't travel to a lot of the away games because we can get into that later. But to watch that and to think I wished I was there live. So to have your video was so cool. And just this is so cool. I mean, that was so cool for us. Catching it from Tom Brady, right? Like he's got the ball yet. I mean, first NFL touchdown means a lot, right? I mean, as a dad, that's just so cool to see. And it was fun to watch. And, it didn't have the outcome we wanted, but still the same. What a memory! What a memory to have, right? So.
And honestly,
cool.
those. One of the best guests ever, the Bucketeers in the house. You guys hear him on Tampa radio all the time. He's one of the best in the business. My favorite personal in the business. That's why I'm elated tonight. Growing up in the Chicago area, you're used to sports radio. That's what gets me through the day. So this man does help get me through the day, I will say, with the Pat and Aaron show at work. Nothing like it. So it's incredible. It looks like we got Stunna bumbling in. I'm Tampa Tones. We are joined by lead goon tonight, host of the Pat and Aaron show of WDAE, Pat Donovan. And it sounds like Stunna is bumbling a little bit. Going to put him on mute for a second until that gets a little cleared. But we're joined by Pat
It looks like
Donovan.
Stunna's hanging out with Cheech and Chong in a car with the windows up or something over there.
It does look like you got a little.
No, my camera's broke.
And he was trying to pull me in big time. And then I was like, hey, you know, nothing happened with Indianapolis yet. Like, I really want to give Indy a chance. And then also I talked to Cody Gruden, you know, once he took over Rich McCann, and still like, well, look, I was like, y'all just give me the opportunity to explore free agency, see what's going on, and then can I make it do it.
All right, everyone, you are tuned into the Bucketeers of wide receiver Kalen Geiger, and we are about to have a great pod. This is the Bucketeers. You're tapped in, and here we go.